I'm Steve Jacoby. I was born here in Jacksonville. This is my lovely wife, Sandy. We chose Sheep Not Goats as the name of our nonprofit because of Matthew 25, which says that God will reward those who take an active role in helping other people.
My husband and I have been living in Nicaragua for the last 5 years. The poor was an area that we personally had neglected. So we decided that we would just step out on faith. I mean, we had no idea what we were going to do. We just knew that we were going to go to Nicaragua. We wanted to change people's lives.
Once we landed on the idea of having a farm to provide employment, that's the point at which we decided to form a nonprofit, because we knew we were going to have to buy land.
Purchasing land, building a farm so that you could employ people, that is the whole purpose of the farm.
There was absolutely nothing on it except for some trees around the edge. Even clearing with machete, we began very quickly digging a well, which was all done by hand. It took several months. Planted hundreds of plantains and dragon fruit, and then ultimately digging this huge hole to build the fish tanks. Shovels and wheelbarrows going up planks, ramps, and then at the very end, putting dirt in buckets and being hauled up by hand. A huge effort. So we've had the opportunity to employ a lot of different people. I'm going to tell you about one of them. His name was Alejandro, and he was very happy to be able to work on the farm there. He had never been interested in studying the Bible. People had tried, but at some point, after he was working with the team of guys, he was open to that. And he studied and he was baptized, and ultimately his son, Lito, was also converted. Some 6 or 7 months after Alejandro was baptized and he was doing some work on the farm, his health was steadily declining and he ultimately passed away. Just to know that in literally the final year of his life, he had been able to come in contact with the farm, and it was pretty moving. A great loss, but he was a brother, so there's celebration involved as well.
Maria, she started college. She never thought she would be able to go to college because, again, it's so hard to find employment. She's never owned a Bible, so I gave her a Bible. She started reading things that I would tell her to read about, in one of the Gospels. She was just like shocked. And I said, so when are you going to let me at least show you what the Bible teaches so that you can make a decision? And she says, well, how long will it take? I said, I don't know, an hour. And she goes, well, how often do you want to do it? And I'm like, well, how often will you let me? So we were studying the Bible twice a week. And it's amazing how clear her understanding of the scriptures, coming to resolution about certain things in her life. I mean, it's invigorating. And we are going to continue, helping her know and fall in love with God. Whenever she comes up to work on Mondays, I say, how was your weekend? And I know she says the same thing. I scrubbed my clothes 6 to 8 hours. That was my Sunday. And they do it all by hand. They have a cement washboard. I wrote just 2 weeks ago, I would like to surprise her with a washing machine. Would anybody like to go in on it with me? And everybody did. I said, you know what? These women who came to visit me and got to know you all wanted to go. Wanted to go in on it to help your life. She was stunned. She was just stunned.
We wanted to be more hands-on, face-to-face with people. It presents an opportunity for conversations as well, and at the same time you're meeting their physical needs. It's just great that you see people who they have steady work, they have jobs.
We see the end effect of people being able to clothe their kids so they can go to school. People who have actually put cement flooring in their house. Every penny that goes into the nonprofit literally pays for salaries, medical bills, and the running of the farm. It's the people that reap the benefit. They get employed. Little things become big things that can radically change people's lives.